Hello, and welcome into my channel, Skies and Flora. My name is Shaka. And so as you can see from the title, this is this week's pick a card reading. And the question we're asking today is, how can I heal my love relationship? So this could be a relationship that you're already in. This could be just general love relationships in general, if you're single, or this is just, or if you're already in a relationship or thinking about somebody who you would like to heal a relationship with, or you're single and you're waiting or wanting to invite love into your life, then maybe there's a message here for you. As always, got three piles, so pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. I've shuffled the cards and picked the cards as well. So I'm using the Healing with Angels with Dorian Virtue and the Romance Angel cards as well. And then I've picked the cards. I haven't seen them, and so just take a moment just to focus in on these decks. And don't take too long. You should instantly feel a pull to one of these decks, and then that will be your reading. Sometimes you feel like you may be drawn to more than one, and it may be that there's maybe more messages in some of the other reads as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Pile number 1 chose the Wheel of the Year Tarot, and this is a Mookaite Jasper. Which is a really lovely stone. Like all the Jaspers really talk about like creativity. Actually, Jaspers are really known for like their creative properties. They're drivers, force fields. So let's see what we've got. Pay attention to the red flags and Archangel Michael. Right. So straight away, that's quite a strong message. All right. So whoever I'm talking to, this is just to, especially Archangel Michael, when Archangel Michael comes out, Archangel Michael's a no-nonsense. He's a protector, yeah? So when you've got red flags and Archangel Michael, that tells me that either we need to be protecting ourselves, we need to be more boundaried, we need to be more literally paying attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, yeah? So this may be, let's see what the cards are saying. Right, so we've got the Princess of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, which was upside down, 5 of Wands, and then the Star, which was also upside down. I don't read them upside down, but it's noted, yeah? It's noted that they came out upside down. But I won't read them like that. So straight away, I want to say if there's a romanticizing of the struggle, yeah? So the kind of like, yeah, passion and like, it kind of like the fight with each other, yeah? Like, and that kind of gets romanticized as being, a sign of passion. Then I think there's some healing that needs to be done around this, because the Star is a very peaceful energy, yeah? It's a very calming, feminine, fluid, magical energy, yeah? It also talks about, the Star is really about what we really want. So sometimes called the wish card, but it's, it's about what we really, really want. Sometimes it's not wishes as in like, oh yeah, fancy that today, fancy that. It's not whimsical, yeah, wishes. These are like our deep, deep wishes, yeah? The wishes that have been implanted within us, at a soul level, almost before we were born, yeah? They're kind of interwoven. And this revealing of the soul, this revealing of ourselves, it really helps us get in touch with this energy here. So there might be some layers that need to be peeled away, because here you've got the Princess. So what I'm seeing here is a little bit of impatience, because you've got the 7 of Pentacles here, yeah? So this is kind of just allowing things to like grow in their natural way, just allowing things to grow in a natural way. And here it feels a little bit like, no, I want things to move, I want things to progress, and then it gets into like this you know, you're getting into like conflict, getting into like, you know, or even trying to rush relationships before they're ready. And then we're not seeing, not seeing when actually they're not very good for us, or not seeing when actually someone's intentions aren't correct, or, you know, we're not paying attention. Yeah, because we're so invested in the idea of love, especially with, you know, Princess of Chalices here, you know, loves the idea of love, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, don't lose that. Don't lose your faith in love. Don't lose your faith in romance and the magic of it, the magic of love, the soulmate relationships. Don't lose that. But there's something here about patience, yeah, kind of allowing things to grow at their natural pace rather than trying to, you know, rush and make something into something that it's not. I like, you know, I really like Two of Wands as a relationship card, because as you can see here, it's the Wheel of the Year tarot, and you know, I love the two. It's one of my favourite relationship cards, actually, sometimes more than the Two of Cups, because Two of Cups talks about emotions, whereas Two of Wands actually talks about action. Yeah. And so here it's two people planting these seeds together, watching it grow, nurturing this plant together. Now this is upside down, so maybe there is a sense where trying to rush this process, you know, planting the seeds, but then, you know, not allowing things to develop at their natural pace, yeah, and in communion, yeah, in communion. And so there may be a sort of romanticizing here of like, oh yeah, they're great, they're amazing, everything's fantastic, everything's wonderful, and then before you know it, you know, oh no, that's like, oh, they've, you know, there's been some difficulty, some conflict, arguments, disagreement, you know, power, you know, the power struggle, you know, which is a normal part. This is a normal part of relationship building, but not when we've rushed too much, yeah, in the beginning. So this is just saying, look, if you say, what can I do to heal my love relationship? Slow down just a little bit, yeah? Protect yourself, yeah? Don't feel that you have to let your guard down and rush things in order to build a union, yeah? A union takes two people, you know, you've got this two slap bang in the middle, takes two people to grow and build this. And right now that's upside down. So that tells me that, you know, either one's putting into one, you know, more energy than the other, or there's an imbalance here, yeah? So there's not two, you know, two working together as a team. And then this star just sort of says, you know, are we really listening to what we really want? Yeah? Are we really tuning in to the deep calling of the soul when it comes to love relationships? And Archangel Michael is a lovely, you know, loving angelic force around us, protecting us, and bringing healing. And it's don't lose the idea of romance. Don't lose that. Don't lose the dream, yeah? It's not about modifying the dream, but maybe just allowing for a little bit of space and patience, not rushing into things. Anything else? Yeah, just let things be patient, let things grow at their own natural pace. The power struggle part is a natural aspect of relationship building, yeah? But, so this is where you say the red flags. You know, sometimes we're like, oh, is that a red flag or it isn't? And if you're asking yourself that question, this Five of Wands just says, yes, sometimes, you know, these conflicts, they get resolved. It can bring greater healing, greater understanding between two people. But with the star upside down, it's sort of saying to me, look, potentially there's things that maybe you're overlooking or forgiving or thinking that like, oh, is that kind of normal give and take? And actually, nah, it isn't. Yeah, it's actually red flags to let you know that actually what you really want, you know, it isn't what you really, really want. Anything else? I think that's all. I think I would just say, you know, just pay attention, look after yourself, protect your boundaries, don't rush, really get in touch with what you really want, and really start to learn what conflicts are about relationship building and what conflicts are actually, you know, red flags and warning signs. And I think that's it. So again, thank you for watching. Do let me know if it resonates, and do let me know if there's any other questions you want me to answer in this series. And yeah, and I'll see you again next week. Okay, pile number 2. So you've chosen the Light Seers Tarot with the Labradorite, which is a lovely, deep, mystical, psychic stone. So let's see what we have. Worth waiting for. Divine timing. Oh, that one did go flying there. Retreat. Okay. And then we've got the 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Page of Wands, Hanged Man, Page of Swords. Wow. Lots of pages here, first of all. Okay. Okay. All right. So either this is, I'm talking to somebody who you are, either you have a connection already, yeah, and you're kind of waiting for this connection to come into fruition in the way that you would like, or you're waiting for a connection to come in. Either way, this is kind of saying go into yourself. So if you're already in a connection, but you kind of feel like you're waiting for someone, this does say, you know, there's someone, potentially someone worth waiting for. Yeah, so you've got worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life, and retreat. So this is saying, look, you know, if there is a connection here, because especially with this 6 of Wands and Page of Wands, so I feel like, you know, you're someone who, like, action taker, likes to make things happen, likes to go forth, like, I know what I want, I'm going for it, yeah? And then you've got the Hanged Man, so it's like, hold ups, waiting, you know, and it's kind of like saying, look, you know, this, you can't hurry love, that's what the song says, you can't hurry love, you can't force it, you can't make it happen. So this is just sort of say, look, come back into your own space, come back to yourself, come back to your safe haven, yeah? If this is somebody worth waiting for, then I feel like they will also match that energy, yeah? This 6 of Wands, Page of Wands. Let me see. More Pentacles. So you may not be as open as you may think you are, yeah? Because what I see here, 6 of Wands, I'm seeing somebody here is like really either, you know, you might have already like have quite a strong like a big platform yourself, or you're someone who's got a level of success, or you garner a lot of attention. You're very, this feels like very Leo energy for me as well, because it's like very sort of like you like being in the center of attention, and quite open as well. So you kind of feel like very like, you know, open book, what you see is what you get. Actually, then you're next to the 4 of Pentacles, which is actually like, oh, actually, you're not necessarily, maybe in the privacy, you're not as open as you think you are, yeah? So you're like an action taker, you like go-getter, like to, you know, come out of your comfort zone, you know, don't mind putting yourself on the line in many other ways. I'd say more professional actually here, yeah? Don't mind putting yourself on the line in a professional capacity. But my goodness, when it comes to the heart, you're a little bit more protective, which is inevitable. We all are. And maybe this is frustrating you. There's a dynamic playing out. There's a connection with a dynamic playing out where this is kind of frustrating, you know? You kind of want it to be already. Kind of want it to be there already. But there's a lesson here. So you've got the Page of Swords. It's about a lesson. Let me see. Let me just get clarify on this Page of Swords. Please just clarify this Page of Swords. I can't take all of those. You know, I did see the 9 of Cups. I'll take it. Yeah. Okay. So that's just confirming. Yeah. So it's confirming what you want is here. Yeah. So if you're in a connection, this is somebody who I do believe is what you want. Yeah. Can be what you want. Three of Wands looking out for the yonder, like waiting for the ship to come in. So maybe you feel like you've put yourself out there. Maybe you feel like you've been brave and you've put yourself out there, and now you're just sort of waiting for the response. So I don't know if you've made the first move, if you sent the text, you sent the DM, you did the invite. So whatever it might be, it feels like you've made the first move though, and now there's a kind of waiting game, all right? But also just being mindful, I can see there's like a little bit of, just a little bit protective, a little bit protective of your space. That's rightly so. You don't need to make all this happen, you don't have to do it all by yourself, relationships take two, not just one, two people, right? So if you're feeling this withdrawal, then maybe there's a, you know what I mean, there's a little bit protection here. And I feel like you're quite comfortable in this kind of quite if you're a performer, you know, or you kind of, like I said, have like you garner quite a lot of attention yourself, and so people may assume things about you. You're very like go-getter, lots of ideas, creative. It's a really beautiful, warm, like I said, it really giving me like Leo energy here. And I can see that Hanged Man Leo ain't gonna want to wait. That kind of energy. I don't know if I am actually talking to a Leo, but like that kind of energy isn't gonna want to wait. And maybe this is a bit difficult for you because it's maybe you've put yourself on the line here. You've kind of allowed yourself to be quite vulnerable, and maybe there's a little bit of like, waiting. But there's a lesson here for you. I want to say like treading lightly. So learning to kind of balance this kind of really go-getting energy with this, more passive waiting energy. Waiting for things to come to you. Maybe you're used to just putting it out. Like I said, in the professional capacity, maybe you're used to putting it out there. You're used to making things happen. But in the area of love, sometimes we have to be a little bit more, like I said, it's relational, it's give and take, We can't just make it all happen, bam, how we want it. It has to kind of wait for a response from our person. The person isn't here, so whoever you are dealing with, I don't feel like this person is on the board. So that tells me they're not in the picture as such, So they're not centre and forth in the picture. And that's just saying, look, just, like I said, draw back your energy a little bit. Patience, you've got Four of Pentacles, Hanged Man, retreat. They're all very kind of, even waiting. It's kind of like, a stillness, a still energy, waiting. It's quite passive. Draw your energy back in. Come back to yourself. You've put it out there, very brave, good for you, loving that energy. But don't feel like you have to micromanage every step of the way. Now it's time to draw back. Let's see what they've got. And that's where we're at. We're waiting. We're waiting. Well, and it's nerve-wracking. It's hard, especially when it's something that we really want. When we feel like our little pot of gold, our little happiness can be there. And that, someone who I'm seeing these little fires burning. Like with just someone who awakens our passion. And then look, waiting. Like that's a difficult energy. Like I want it, but wait. It's difficult, but that's your lesson. Treading lightly a little bit, it's not like the area of profession where you can make things happen and you just get your own way. It's relational, so you're having to learn a little bit of taking a step back, offering up, back and forth. But it does feel like, Nine of Cups and worth waiting for says, there is somebody here that's worth waiting for. Allow the divine timing, allow for divine timing. I know, it's not the message we want to hear, especially, if you're really into somebody, if you're single or waiting. If it's someone who's already in a relationship, then this could be, maybe you're doing all the driving here, you're in the driving seat here, and maybe it's time for you to take a little bit of a step back, And that's a lesson for you, being a little bit more passive, being a little bit more patient. You may be allowing your partner to lead a bit more. Okay, so I think that's it for pile number 2. So just learning patience, learning to just draw your energy back a little bit. I'm loving this. Don't make yourself small, you know, keep putting it out there, but also know in matters of the heart also, you know, when to kind of draw back a little bit, yeah? And allow that energy to come back to you. So it's learning of receptive energy. This is a lesson, something you're learning. It's very important for you in terms of healing your love relationships, yeah? Okay, so do let me know if that resonates. And again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, so pile number 3 chose the Robin Hood Tarot and the Chrysocolla, crystal stone. So this is, I've used this before. It's a really lovely healing stone, particularly for relationships. So let's see what we've got. So we've got the Healing with Angels cards and the Romance Angels cards. So we've got Surrender and Release and Healing Family Issues, Your Love Life Benefits as you forgive your parents. Yeah. Let's see what else comes up in the cards. Let's see what we've got. We've got the 9 of Cups, lovely. The Star, it's come out upside down, but they're all upside down, so I'm not gonna. Okay. All right. This is lovely. Yeah. This is a really nice energy. This is a really nice healing message for someone. Again, you know, it's been a theme actually, even in the other readings, you know, kind of surrender. Yeah. So when we ask about like, what can I do to heal my love life? Well, you know, it is already healing. Yeah. So whoever I'm speaking to, it is healing. I feel like you're doing a lot of work. I don't know if you're in therapy or doing a lot of work around childhood. So I don't know if there's already been a lot of work around healing the family issues. You know, and always, you know, our childhoods always have an impact on our relationships. We learn everything, we pretty much learn everything we know about relationships in those early years. And I feel like whoever I'm speaking to has an awareness of that. You've been doing a lot of work around that. Maybe you've done a lot of work around that and you're thinking, well, why hasn't it happened yet? All right, I've done a lot of work, why is it not happening? And there's a bit of surrender and release. This is really, really, really lovely energy here. So, you know, whoever I'm speaking to, I just want to say, look, well done. You've been doing your work. And now it's just about like, just come into that trusting of the universe, allowing the universe to work through you. Yeah. Star healing, 10 of Wands, you know, slap bang in the middle. So there has been a heavy burden that has been carried, yeah, through, either from childhood or from the past. A lot of lessons that we've had to learn, but not without, you know, I would say with the 10 of Wands, it's not without, it's not wasted, yeah. So sometimes, you know, we learn these lessons, they can be very heavy, very burdensome, but it's not without, you know, it's not without purpose. So you've had to learn these lessons for a reason, for your growth, yeah? It's helped you make you be the person that you are today. Which is beautiful, which is someone who's abundant, yeah? With, gosh, like so much love to give. Like even with this 9 of Cups, this Ace of Cups, I'm like, and the Star, I'm like, wow. So whoever this is, you know, you've got a lot of love to give, yeah? A lot of, you know, just a lot of emotional richness to give, yeah, in a relationship. So I think here for you, it's more just, what do I need to heal? I feel like you're doing the healing, yeah, you're doing the work. You know, you've got an Ace and the Fool here, so there's just new beginnings, and it's just about sort of surrender and release a little bit, yeah. Even though I don't feel like you're forcing anything here, but and maybe it's 10 of Wands, is, you know, when I've done a lot of work, I've been doing, you know what I mean? Like when. And if you're asking, look, like you're really making a brand new fresh start for yourself here. You filled your own cup. And also the Fool is nice, you know, with that 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is often our lessons, yeah? It's often our, you know, like I said, the things we've been through, and that could be childhood, or that could even just be past relationships, or just generally our past, as it kind of informed who we are today. And that's wonderful. It's made you who you are. But you've shifted that, you've changed that. So it's not like, oh yeah, you've got all these stories and narratives that you carry with you. There's also this kind of innocence and openness of like, well, what's next? So even though I've been through a lot, got a lot in my past, I'm also really like hopeful about the future. I'm really hopeful about what could be before me, particularly done my work, done my healing, you know, done, well, it's never done. Like, you know, we've never just done our healing, but you've done a lot of work in this area, particularly around family relationships, you know, parents, upbringing. And you're really like fresh, like ready to go. You're like ready to take a leap of faith again, ready to kind of dive in. And that Ace of Cups is just saying wonderful, like really good, lovely, like that's self-love as well. You know, like you've really been looking after yourself, looking after your own emotional well-being. Getting in touch with your, like, you know, very spiritual here. So you're doing a lot of meditation, doing a lot of work on yourself. You know, to integrate these ones, yeah, to integrate this experience and turn it into a blessing. You know, so sometimes, you know, we've got choices, you know, especially when we've been through things, if we've been through difficult things, you know, we've had our past, and we can turn those stories into, we can approach how we tell ourselves these stories. Either they become stories that create more burden in our life, you know, we have a story about self-pity in our lives, or they become our lessons and we turn them into strengths. And I really feel like that's what you've done here. So very well done. You know, or you're in the process or learning this, yeah? Turning these burdens into blessings. Turning these lessons into gems, yeah? Turning these lessons into gems. Now your cup is overflowing. Now you've got a lot to offer. Now you're ready to dive right in, and you've been doing this healing work, really following the guidance of your soul, really listening to yourself, really learning what you want, learning what makes you happy, what makes you contented. Well, this is just wonderful. I mean, this is let me just get just to clarify on this Ace of Cups. So please, Spirit, just give me no, I can't take all of those. Let me just give me a clarifier on this Ace of Cups. All right, we'll take those two. Yeah, High Priestess. Woohoo! Yeah. So yeah, like I said, someone you've been doing your meditation. You're in tune. You like very spiritual person here. Whoever I'm talking to. That Four of Pentacles. It's interesting. It's like a good and a bad thing, yeah? So I'm seeing like a bit of a split thing here. So it's a good and a bad thing, right? Because it's like, it's good. Protect your space, yeah? Know your value, know your worth, yeah? You've done a lot of work here. Your cup's overflowing. You're like, I'm not sharing that with anyone, yeah? You want to be very, you know, protective, yeah? We don't want to be just, you know, that's not jewels for everybody, yeah? We want to be definitely very deliberate about who we share those parts of ourselves with, yeah? So that's good. But don't let that become a prison for you, yeah? And particularly if you're a High Priestess, if you're someone highly sensitive, very intuitive, very psychic, very knowing, you know, you're gonna have to be a little. So apologies, the camera just stopped. So yeah, just being a little bit more selective. Trusting yourself, trusting your instincts, yeah? You don't have to be closed, but just trust your instincts, yeah? So if you're in the process of dating, you're meeting people, maybe you're online, or, you know, maybe you're in this process of, you know, opening out yourself to the world again. Maybe you're dating, maybe you just come out of a long-term relationship or something. But I definitely feel like, you know, you're ready to get, you know, you're ready to get on the merry-go-round again. And so this is a good thing of like protect your space, but also don't be too closed, yeah? Don't be too, you know, don't make your world small. Be open, but be discriminate. Yeah. The High Priestess is discriminate. She uses her intuition. She uses her knowledge, and use that. Yeah. So, like I said, it's got two energies here. Yeah. One which is good, it protects you, but another one, you know, will make your world smaller. And just know, and I think you do. You're coming up as the High Priestess here, which is incredibly powerful. So well done. Whoever this is, part 3, just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. What do you need to do to heal your love relationship? Which is, it is healing. Yeah, it is healing. And you're fresh, ready to just, you know, open up yourself to the world again. And then just, you know, surrender and release and let the divine do some work here, which I feel like you will, because you're coming up as the High Priestess. So well done and best of luck. And do let me know if that resonates, and also any other questions you'd like me to answer in this series. So that was Pick a Card, and again, thanks again for watching, and I will see you again next time. Peace and love.